In today's video, we are going to understand what is the CSP relationship request and why it is required and how do we actually accept, what is the actual process of doing that. So let's get started. So when we provision a customer on CSP portal, which is our partner center portal, this is what we need to fill in as an information, which requires us to create and feed in all the information about the customer, including his tenant name, which ends with onmicrosoft.com. You can check out our video. We'll paste the link on this video below on what is tenant and how do you understand tenant's importance. So this is the information which we need to feed into the partner center for us to create and provision a new service. So if the customer already has an existing tenant, this is the error which we would get, that this is not available and the customer needs to accept the relationship so that we can go and provision under the same tenant. And that's what we're trying to look at today. How does that process look like? So when this situation comes, what we will be doing is we will be sending the partner or their end customer who has the admin credentials of that tenant, existing tenant. That person needs to basically receive this link, which will look like this. And just bear in mind that this relationship link to be accepted by the tenant ID, so that the service provider or the CSP provider can look up the tenant and provision the service on the same tenant. This is just one-time process for one tenant. So it is not something that every time you add licenses or you want to make changes, you have to do this. This is just one time so that the relationship gets established and then you move forward. Okay. So who needs to accept this link, or when do we use the CSP relationship request? So there are two scenarios. One is a new customer with new tenant, or basically a customer is net new to Microsoft Cloud Services. He doesn't have to be sent this link. So no relationship request required. We directly can create the tenant, and Ingram Micro, AppTech or Armada, which is our subsidiaries, will provision the services directly to that new tenant. So for an existing customer or a customer with an existing tenant for Microsoft Cloud Services, this relationship link will have to be sent as an invitation to be accepted by the admin tenant. Once that acceptance is done, Ingram Micro or AppTech Armada, which is the subsidiary, will be provisioning the services to that particular customer tenant. This is, again, just to remind you, it's a one-time process for this relationship acceptance. Once this is done, you don't need to do this again and again. So we're going to just take a look at live action on how do you accept and what are the steps involved. So stay tuned with us. We'll walk you through the live demo. So let us look at what exactly happens when you click this link. So when you open this link, ideally the link should be sent to the tenant admin, which means the tenant admin should have his credentials with him as an administrator to log in. So once he clicks on the link, this is what he will see. He needs to sign in, and system will basically ask him to put his credentials, admin credential. He should have the admin credentials. So he clicks it, he puts the username, password, he goes in. And you will see an authorization window which is like this. So it says accepting AppTech Distribution FZ LLC UAE as your Microsoft Cloud Service provider, and an administrator enables to purchase, offers and get administrative support from them. Establishing a relationship with Microsoft CSP does not change or modify existing subscription or does change the terms of those subscriptions. So grant delegated admin permission. The granted permission can be removed once the relationship has been established. So do not worry that this enables us to access your admin portal. You can remove the permission once the relationship is established. This is just the first time you do it. So once you accept this, for you to accept it, you need to just say yes and say authorize CSP, and that's it. System will do some changes and accept the relationship. It will appear in your admin portal, and that basically enables us to go and transact or basically purchase licenses for this particular tenant. So now if I do a refresh, I see AppTech as a relationship provider and CSP here as a relationship. Now all I need to do is remove the delegation from here, but my relationship will still continue to be there, right? So here is just a relationship, nothing more than that. This enables us to provide or purchase provision licenses to your tenant. So this is what exactly needs to be done when you actually get the link, and it has no relationship in terms of getting into your admin as a delegated admin. Thank you for your time and patience to watch this video.